Hello, this is Hard Chatter, and today we're going to talk about a woman named Michelle Bundy Evans. And I can't make that up. Michelle Bundy Evans is opening up in an interview with The Sun about the sexual assault allegations she made against him in her lawsuit. Evans detailed that she was previously dating the man who later became her husband and living in Atlanta near the club Shay Shay host, and Sharpe allegedly pressured her to leave her then boyfriend. Okay, so let's just hear what she has to say.
He had asked me to break up with my husband at the time. We were just dating, so I was dating Shannon and my husband at the same time. Shannon asked me to break up with my husband, and I don't recall for sure, but I think I did. And so, it's like, wait a minute, you want me to be with just you, but you want to move somebody into your house and not even tell me? So that's what it stemmed from. He's not a faithful person, so I wasn't going to be faithful to a non-faithful person. It just doesn't work that way. Not for me anyway.
Can you tell us just broadly, I know it's probably painful to relive this situation, but can you tell us generally what happened that day?
It was fighting, and usually we fought on the phone and not in person. So it was the biggest argument that we ever got in. And he was controlling, he was domineering, he was manhandling me beforehand, and he wanted to have sex, and I told him no. I told him no, because you gave it to somebody else. I didn't only tell him no, I told him why. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. So he overpowered me, put me to my knees, put his penis in my mouth. And after he got enough of that, he put me on the bed. And, this was all a struggle.
I'm going to ask something that might be a little sensitive.
You know what? In looking at her and hearing her, I can tell you what I can tell you. I believe that most of what she's saying is a lie. Okay, I read people's mannerisms and when they talk and the way they talk, right? If you look at her when she's doing this, she's looking down. She never makes real direct eye contact. And people who read people will tell you that that is a sign that people are lying. And I do think that she needs to be put under a lie detector test. Okay, and I will say that. But at the same time, I mean, this is how I feel. If I decide right now to go jump off a bridge, right? Would you go jump off a bridge with me? Hypothetical, of course. No. Okay, it's common sense, right? It's common sense. No. So when he told her to break up with her husband, if the real love was there, she would have said no. So you got to understand, she holds a whole lot of faults. Plus, Shanon Sharpe holds the fault. So there's nobody right in this situation. And for the life of me, I don't understand why and how Shanon Sharpe is still doing programming. Like is it called Nightcap? Whatever that little show is, Nightcap. I saw a clip the other day where he was cussing, an imaginary person? He just went off. You can look it up. You can do your research because I'm sorry, But yeah, it's crazy, and it shows that okay, come on, the writing's on the wall. He has severe mental illness, okay? Whatever that is, he needs to go to the doctor and get it checked out because seriously, he's getting ready to lose everything. Everything. Everything that he has ever worked for. Can you understand the magnitude of that? Why? All he had to do was say no. Seriously, all he had to do is say no. And the woman in question that is in this interview is way of age. Okay, I don't know how old she is, but I'll put her to about probably 40 hitting. Okay, so this is not a situation about age. This is a situation about him being domineering and manhandling women. But how much you gonna put up? You put yourself, and she has to understand this, Michelle Bundy Evans. You put yourself in that situation when you went to Shannon. You was in a probably cool copacetic relationship with a man. You messed that up. Not Shannon, that was you. So you got to take accountability for your actions. Okay? Honestly, I don't see any good outcome of this, y'all. I don't. I see more women coming forth. Okay? So it's looking really bad for Shannon, man. It's looking really bad. And honestly, the more he talks, the worse it's going to get. Okay? Sometimes the only thing you have to do to defend yourself is to be quiet. Okay? I think Beyonce and Jay-Z have showed that plenty of times. All you got to do is be quiet. But unlike that, Shannon, he's a motor mouth. Bop, 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 about nothing. Bop, 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 about nothing. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So we'll see the outcome of the situation. But honestly, I'm looking at a man who's lost everything. Lost everything for women. For girls. I'm sorry, girls. Okay? So until the next time, this is Horror Chatter, and I thank you so much for listening.
Our goal